Good morning guys, and welcome today at the sunny day at track of Zolder. Sunny but still pretty cold. Freezing actually. Have you ever seen him wearing a winter hat? No, neither have I. So it's a pretty special day, but it is indeed a very special day because it's the very first track day of the year, although not on the Nürburgring, but some people say that Zolder is very similar to the Nürburgring, and that's why we're also here to test the new setup of our cars. And we also have a couple of new drivers that you're going to be seeing this year. Our ice-cold Moritz sitting there in the sun getting warm, who will be the taxi driver. We have Moran here chilling as well. We have Kati in the car as well, who is going to be taking all the taxi bookings, and we have quite some bookings for today actually as well. So we're kind of really dialing in the system.
Yeah, get out of Moritz's light, okay?
Oh yeah, we need to get on light today. That's important as well.
He needs to thaw out a little bit.
Yes.
No, but you know, get a system going where we all get back in the routine. It's been you know, all winter since we've been driving, and get the cars back out, make sure everything's ready to go, and just have a little bit of fun at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm very excited for today. We also have Nick and Eric from JRZ, but they're kind of useless because their suspension is that good. When we installed it on it, they came here like, oh, there's nothing we can change, it's already good. So maybe Tim is also good, our mechanic, who's like setting up cars perfectly. But yeah, but overall, very much looking forward to do a couple of laps and get back into the rhythm.
Hey Madeline, come on over. So we've got Madeline here. Come on over, Madeline. So we've got Madeline here. She's getting ready actually to work with the customers, learning how to get everybody strapped in the taxi cars and with the harnesses and everything. How's that going?
It's going good.
Good. Having fun? And you need to get out for a lap too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So we're just getting, like I said, the objectives are get Madeline and Kathy used to working with the customers, getting them in the cars, getting a rhythm, getting Moritz and Warren acquainted with the McLaren, and then also we have a new set of tires on the McLaren and the 218, which are the Nankang AR1s. So we're also coming to terms with that. We've actually done a few laps already, and I'm pretty happy with it.
We'll see. Stay tuned for that.
Amazing.
Good,
really
yeah?
amazing, yeah. He's really a great driver.
How was it?
Great. Yeah.
Good? Enjoy! Go.
How was it?
Perfect. Unbelievable.
These brakes are not standard.
Billy?
It was really cool, man. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. The track is so good, so the turn-ins, everything, you know, and that 218 is, I mean, it's so much quicker and handles so much better than you think it would. You know, it's really surprising.
How was it?
Very nice.
Very good?
Yes, very good. I'll see you at the ring this summer. Okay.
So, after all those emotions, I don't even know if it requires an outro, but still to summarize, to tell you what we've done and to let you know whether we are satisfied with the results. We had a couple of objectives that we wanted to achieve. So namely, to test the JRZ suspension on the 218 and the M4, to test the Nankang tires, again on the 218, which is our, I wouldn't say the slowest car, but like, say
Definitely
the beginning.
entry-level car.
Entry-level car and the fastest, one of the fastest cars that we have in our fleet. And again, we are one of the first people in Europe and in the world to test this tire in these sizes, the 19-inch on the front and 20-inch in the back. And finally, just to see how our team is performing in this stressed environment.
We have a new team because with doing taxi laps during TF, you have a whole different element that you have to bring to the table. Last year it was okay, we've got rental cars, we have 7 or 8 rental cars going out at any time. We have instructions that we have to throw in there. So we have to monitor tire pressures. We have to see, are the cars fueled up? Are they getting the right fuel? Do the people know where to get their tickets? There's a lot of moving parts to go into getting that done. And when you want to keep the personal level to it, then you have to do it with the core team that you have. I had confidence in the tire. I had confidence in the suspension. We ran the AR1 on your car all last year, and then we ran the suspension on many other cars. So we weren't wondering if the stuff was going to work. We just want to make sure it was set up right. So.
Actually, it's funny. We invited Nick and Eric over, and like 218 went out for a lap. Like, oh, it's already perfect. Nothing to do here. And 4 went out. Well, maybe it's a bit. It's for us, or like for Moritz and Moritz, it's fine. It's twitchy, but maybe for beginner drivers, it needs to be more neutral. Tweak. Okay, I can go home. Thank you for driving over from Holland all the way.
2 hours in, and they dialed a couple knobs, but. It's good to have their support there. They're good guys, and it's just a pleasure to have them around anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. And I must say, actually, 218, I told people in last year's vlog when we just had the car, I'm like, this is the most hateful car. Okay, then we changed the alignment setup, we put semi-slicks, and it was an amazing car. But now I was actually mind blown by it because, for example, we had a couple of moments when people were under braking and they wouldn't make it, or I would tell them like, okay, you need to brake a lot more in advance, and then. Like usually when that would be like the old setup of the car with the old suspension, it would understeer and still go straight because the suspension couldn't handle it. I'm like, wow, I was just like mind blown by it, by the fact how the car could handle. So
I mean, an example would be that Morin is driving the Schirmer M4, the Schirmer M2 and VLN, and then he's got his E46 that was built by Tom, and those are the cars that he drives on the racetrack. And he at the end of the day, I came in, I gave Tom a ride, and I gave Trevor a ride. I think we did 1 lap each, and I came in, I said, okay, we're good, car's done. Customers are out of the way. He says, can I take it? And I said, yeah, knock your lights out. We didn't see him until the tank was empty and there were no brake pads left. I mean, he literally finished off the tank of fuel and the brake pads, and that's the only reason he stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on contrary, we had on opposite, we had the M4. Which is the top of the level rental car that we have that people can rent. Yesterday it also had to function as a taxi car because apparently this was a bit too loud.
We did a couple laps, and we actually got some good laps in. I went out, did a couple laps, felt the tires for myself. Then Moritz went out and did a couple laps. Moritz got black flagged once for noise, and then we set it down and let it calm down, and then Morin got in it and finished the day for us with another black flag. But we were able to still go out and test the tire. We're able to see what it could do, where the grip levels were, and everybody's happy with it. Everyone is perfectly good with them for being our tire, even on this level car this year. And the wear that I saw, I mean, the tread depth that's on these things is actually phenomenal. And if you feel in there, Misha, they don't feel like they really wore down. And Zolder is not a track that's really caring for a front tire or brakes, So, yeah.
Absolutely. And to finish off, going back to the M4.
Let's go back to that. I mean, it's great. I mean, the same thing. I really enjoyed the car. I'm absolutely amazed at how light the car was. The feel of the car, it wasn't the same car. The combination of the suspension, taking care of the roll and everything like that, and the sheer amount of weight that Tim took out of the car. it was a completely different car. You know, it was really a pleasure to drive, and it's something that I'm really eager to get out on the Nordschleife. I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm definitely ready for 18 March to go give that thing a couple laps. It's gonna be
me
really
too.
neat.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to drive the car, but on the other hand, I could experience on the passenger seat as an instructor seat to see what inexperienced drivers could do who are not used to this type of car. And I must say, last year, obviously because of my experience with the car, I was always like twitchy, like okay, whenever someone came in and say, I want to take this car, I never driven the Nordschleife before, I want to drive, and I'm like, well, it's my job. I cannot say no to, but there was always like scary bit to get in the car with inexperienced drivers. Yesterday, however, the car felt very safe, neutral, that I can like, okay, let's hop in. Almost anyone can drive.
I think the other thing, like I said, is the weight coming out of it. There were points before where you would get full on the brake and you think, okay, we're stopping a lot of weight here, you know what I mean? And now with the weight out of it, I noticed that it has so much better braking feel too. You know, the brakes have responded. There's definitely a couple 100 kilos that came out of that car, without a doubt. The seats, the sound detonation, all of that stuff is just a tremendous weight that came out. I was shocked. I was worried when I saw all the parts laying here on the barn floor. I was worried the back of the car was going to be too light.
Yeah.
That's actually something I was worried about. So we do have a GTS wing coming for it, and that maybe slight twitchy feeling at high speed will also be brought down by that.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case because that's what we experienced also last year on the GT86 when we put the wing on it. It was like
planted, So I think that this is going to be a nice, and that'll be here this week, actually, this coming week.
Okay.
So when that comes in by the 18th of March, when we get to take them out on the track, we're going to actually, you know, have the car up to speed.
Okay, well, a lot of technical talk. I hope you guys enjoyed, and most importantly, I hope it encourages you to come over and to drive, whether it's a 218 or the M4 or hop in on a passenger seat, because on the Nordschleife you have like 40 more decibels that you can push into. So we will not get the black flag here. That's something we tested numerous times.
Yeah, I mean that's true. A lot of people don't realize that is that at Zolder it's 95 decibels, and here at the Nordschleife it's 128.
Yeah.
So you know we got measured at 99.6 or something like that, which is
a street legal car.
Yeah, it's not that loud. You know, it's really not that loud. But yeah, we you know, we'll be fine with this on TF. There's gonna be no problem with that. So.
And maybe actually something else as well. But for that, make sure to stay tuned and see you guys at the Nürburgring.